Chris Lovell here with another edition of Patriot Talk. Colton Coons taking care of us as always. Keelyn Ellison, who coaches football. We're going to talk crests and scarves and the pitch when we get going here in a second. These shows brought to you by Gene Messer at Ford Lincoln, so certainly appreciate those folks for being a part of this thing. Our formal apologies here at Pirate and Patriot Talk and all that because we didn't have our soccer coaches on last year. My fault. I just fumbled. It was a turnover. So it's good to have you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good. A lot has changed with you. That was part of I think your thing is you're now. We have a youngster. Yeah. How old are we now?
She's 8 months.
See, so okay, yeah. How the holidays and everything kind of coming up is going to be a bit interesting around your house. Yeah, see,
really excited about it.
Yes,
yeah.
That's right. I bet you are. And obviously they're not old enough to grasp what all's going on, but it's a different tone for mom and dad for sure. Okay, so you pick like the coldest sport to coach, right? The windiest sport and all that.
Yeah.
Why?
I fell in love as a kid.
Yeah, it's not playing soccer. Yes.
Yeah, and then played a little bit in college, and then as part of our graduation requirements, we have to have an internship, and I picked up an internship at another school here in town and fell in love with coaching, and I guess I forgot that soccer was a winter-spring sport.
It's so weird because that's just the way it falls on the UIL calendar.
Yeah.
It's because it is. It's like your season starts like what, December technically when is your first?
The 12th.
December the 12th, and like you're doing playoffs in mid to late February. Is that right, or even further?
April.
Okay, yeah. So you really encapsulate the entire colder, breezier months. Yes.
Yeah, it's like 20 weeks, so we've got like all of winter, and then at the end of playoffs, we're dying because it's so hot. We'll play games in Abilene, and we're like, oh my gosh, it's like 85 degrees.
You're like me then. We can't be pleased. It's like when I'm cold, I want to be hot. When I'm hot, I want to be cold. I'm always fascinated by like because you and Coach Darden will have these fancy long, coats and everything.
Parkas,
like the parkas. Yeah. Yes, it always fascinates me because you need them. So. You were a district champ last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that brings a smile to your face. And like you were also like correct me if I'm wrong here, like a regional finalist, semifinalist.
Yeah, we lost that game to Godly.
Okay. Okay. So first thing, take me through. Was this what you expected? Was this much more than you expected? Like now that you've had some time to reminisce and look back on it. Was it something like, no, I thought we should have gone further, or no, this was way more than I would have thought, looking back at last year's team?
Looking at our team, I was fairly confident that we would be district champs. I knew that those two games that we were playing against Midland Greenwood would be for sure a challenge. We tied them the first time we played them 3-3. Second time we played them at home 1-0. And those games, that could have gone either way, both of those games. So super lucky there. And we have the expectation for the girls, hey, this is what we want to do. Our first year, we lost in the first round of playoffs, and we're not doing that again. It's got to be better. If we don't hold ourselves to that high standard, we'll fall short every single time. I think I know that we wanted more, obviously. That Godly team we just got a little bit outplayed, but that sparks up that fire in you that, hey, we're going further this next season. A lot of the girls have talked, some big game this year, and I'm not gonna say no, but this is the year that we could do it.
Okay.
As we're looking really solid in the middle of tryouts right now, but it's really promising this season.
Okay. You have seniors for the first time, or gonna have seniors for the first time. You'll have about 20 on your team, give or take. How many seniors would you think you'll have on your team?
2 returning seniors.
Okay.
For sure.
Maybe more.
Yeah, maybe more. We've got some trying out, but 2 returning starting seniors this season.
Okay. And you also have your own facility.
Super nice. Really, really lucky to have that.
How much is that Does that change your day to day by having your own field and your own stadium and the way you want to schedule as opposed to having to play at middle school or having to do different things? Like you've kind of weathered the storm there as far as you're having your own building.
So we had to play at LCMS the last 2 years, which is still a fantastic facility. Some of the schools will show up and be like, "Whoa, this is your middle school?" Yeah, we're really blessed to have such nice facilities, even when we're not playing on our campus. We're going to have so much free time before we have to get ready for the game, because before we would, if it was a home game, we'd get out of school, have to drive the bus over. Like now, we're going to be able to hang out for a second. Darden and I can kind of gather our thoughts and get everything sorted. But it's nice not having to juggle other things that are happening on our campus while we're trying to have practice and not worrying about, hitting kids with soccer balls on the track. We're just worried about it flying over the fence now and having to go grab that.
Into that little pond.
Lake Ellison, I have called it.
Okay, there you go. I love it. Lake Ellison. I love that. Explain to people that won't fully grasp it how the soccer part works, because it's not, your district is different than everybody else's. And like it's the lower classifications, like everything but 5A and 6A, I think it's like you're just kind of all lumped in there together. So explain that. Like I've probably just fumbled that explanation, but like explain like how you get paired up in a district and what your district is and how soccer works at the UIL.
So with the UIL, our district is 3A and 4A schools. So we've got Pecos, Sweetwater. Pecos is quite the trek out there, but they are kind of by themselves. Obviously, they're closer to Lakeview and Greenwood. But we've got Estacado here in town. We've got Memorial now, and they'll only be with us, I guess, for this season. But we've got a huge district, 10 teams, so we don't have a bye week, so we're starting district play like that second weekend.
So you have 18. Do you play each team twice? Or each team? Okay, so each team home and away. So it's just like basketball from that standpoint. So you have 18 district matches, I think is what we call them. Is that what we call it? Match. Yeah, there you go. On the pitch.
Yes.
With our why do we do the pitch? What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, but that's what it's
one
called,
of those
right?
weird European things, like the scarves and the crest, like we were talking earlier. Yeah. It's just one of those tradition things that we kind of have upheld as soccer has made its way over to the U.S.
How have you watched this sport? Because there's a pro team in town. There's there's a pretty strong club soccer network here, and I know some of those people that are doing it. It's like you got to drive to Dallas every weekend and all that stuff. But have you watched it kind of grow a little bit in the recent years?
Yeah,
and like just the year round and all that stuff. How important has that been for?
It's been crucial, and I think the success of the local high school teams has led to more interest from like the younger kids coming up in the sport itself. Tech has been consistently good. LCU has made an appearance in the playoffs. So that draws the interest in having club teams, and then that pulls the younger kids. So the sport is growing out here, which is incredible. Especially, I'm from Fort Worth, so
Me too.
I don't have to drive.
We got out of there as
weekend.
quick as we could.
Yeah.
Cowtown.
I miss the lack of wind, and
I hear you.
So back to what we were talking about earlier. Soccer is a spring sport there, but it's not quite as
winter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. How good a shape do I have to be in to play soccer for you?
Pretty good shape.
Right.
We've got some fitness testing as part of our tryouts, and the girls kind of dread that, but
what does that entail?
We've got a mile under 8. We've got a Nike Spark beep test, and then there's a different
So you got to run a mile under 8. Okay, 8 minutes. Yeah.
Some of those girls, I'm like, I didn't say under 6, but it's fantastic to see that the girls care about it that much, and they're investing on their own time.
Okay.
And I know Coach Debris like, hey, when soccer's done, why don't you come run for me? I'm like, we're going to be playing for a while, so you're going to have to be patient.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because I played soccer for like 12 or 13 years when I was growing up, and all you do is run.
Yeah, there's a lot of running.
Yeah, that's right. How many different, what scheme did you pick up and teach, and do you have any kind of influence from like how you want it played?
Yeah, I'm kind of picky about some of the positions that I personally played, and Darden is the same thing, so I'm a lot more defense-minded than she is, but it's like the perfect balance because she can be picky with our forwards and our attacking mids. But we play a pretty aggressive offense style. We don't play a low block at all, which for if you don't know what that means, like you're holding a defensive line straight across basically the 18, which is kind of, it's hard to play against, and I don't like it when people play that style because it's put everybody inside the 18-yard box, and it's really hard to score against, but that's the point if you don't want to get scored on.
So it's kind of like playing a zone defense in basketball or something. Kind of.
I don't know anything about basketball.
I got you, but no,
I'll say yes.
I get it. Okay, yeah. So they're more worried about you not scoring as opposed to them actually scoring.
They would rather draw the time than
that's And I will say that there's a few things that really bother me about soccer. That is one of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, do y'all have draws?
Yes, but they've changed the rules though, so we'll go to PKs and then the winning team gets 2 and the losing team gets a point. So it's not technically a tie.
But you're accumulating points.
Right.
Okay, on the table.
Yes.
Is what they call it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the table. Because this is so. That's why there's some argument. Another basketball reference when they used to say, high school basketball needs a shot clock.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if a team just was like, man, we're just gonna like sit here and dribble it, and we don't have to shoot it. You can't take it away from us.
Yeah.
But when there's a shot clock, it's like, okay, you got to go shoot it within every 30 seconds or every 45 seconds, and then it keeps the game going. Otherwise, people just sit out there and dribble, and it's like it's a giant waste of time for everybody. Which is kind of like what you're saying on the. Yeah, I just rather have a tie. There's nothing worse in sports than a draw. Mm-mm. What a giant waste of time.
Yes, I'd rather absolutely lose than tie.
And it's a lack of competitive. I mean, it's like, I don't that frustrates me. But like they do this at even the high level. They'll have like draws and ties, and it just infuriates me. And penalty kicks is a bit tricky too, but that's a better way to decide it than everybody going home with no result.
But at the same time, it's like, we could have outplayed you and just not scored a goal, and y'all got lucky, and then it doesn't show like the skill of a team at all.
Yeah, see, this is right. I mean, I certainly understand that. Do you have a theme for your group this year, or will you, like a kind of a rallying cry, kind of like a theme or anything that you'll with the
Yeah, we've been kind of toying with some ideas for what we would like as a collective. I've seen a few things that I have really liked. Like, why not us?
Oh, yeah.
We've got to earn it. We've got our grit. That stands for grace, respect, integrity, and toughness. And that's something
the acronym
we've had since the beginning. Those are our 4 pillars of what it is to be a Lady Patriot. And those girls,
slow
really...
down. So it's grace.
Mm-hmm. Respect, integrity, and toughness.
Grit. You clip that, Colton. That's good stuff right there. Yeah, that's yeah. And you've had that from the inception. Mm-hmm. That's good. I like that.
Thank you.
You don't lose that one. That's a good one.
It's important for the girls like beyond Liberty High School in your life.
Which is all the point sports really are. I mean, it's like, and I know that they don't get that, and sometimes we lose sight of that. Mm-hmm. Everybody's focused on the scoreboard. Speaking of, if I know the final score is the most important thing, probably, but what is really most important to you? If we take out final score, or like, hey man, I just want my kids to play hard. If we take those things out, what is most important to you when you watch your kids play?
I want them to be good people.
Okay. Sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship, and just like in the classroom, even. Okay. I tell them this, and I tell the parents this at the parent meeting, like, whether they leave the program in a week, a month, a year, 4 years, I want them to leave being a better person than they were when they started playing for us. I want them to have good sportsmanship with the players. I want them to be respectful to the referees. I want them to be respectful to the opposing parents, to the opposing players, to the opposing coach. Like, it is so important to me that they are classy ladies.
Yeah, handle yourself the right way. Again, that spills over into all walks of life. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's something that they can do when they're 15, when they're 25 or 50. And we've all come across people that are, that are much older and still don't handle themselves the right way. I mean, Colton has to deal with me all the time. Like, all kidding aside, last time we had you on, we had you on, it was like around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And you brought this up to me before we started taping. You were bothered that I messed with you about not seeing Home Alone, and you've watched it.
Yes, I have.
Your review, like
it was good.
I was literally stunned that you hadn't seen it. I thought this was like this spills over. They rerun it on every channel, like whatever. But you watched it.
Yes, I did.
And you paid attention. You consumed it, and all these things. Okay, and your opinion?
The antics were really funny.
Sure.
I love all the like Rube Goldberg style like contraptions to like
slapstick
get them.
And everything. Yeah, I got you. Okay.
No, it was good. I will watch it again with my child when she is old enough to understand. I guess I would watch it again if it came on. I probably wouldn't choose it, but not because I didn't like it.
Okay.
I don't know. I just like.
What is ranked? What do you have ranked higher on the Christmas movie, holiday movie?
A Christmas Story is really good. I've probably seen that one the second most, only behind White Christmas with Bing Crosby.
Oh yeah, you're
I like the old ones.
I know, like A Wonderful Life and all that stuff too. Okay, well I know you don't want to hear this, but Home Alone's kind of an old one too now. All of a sudden we are getting older. But now our task, Home Alone 2. Okay. Same. Different setting. We're in New York City, and it's all the Christmas, and it's a great soundtrack.
Do they leave him again?
I think they might actually do that.
Okay.
Yeah, like they didn't learn.
Don't
from
spoil
the first time.
it.
I know, but it's same great story.
Okay.
And a lot of humor, and
Okay.
some of the same characters. There's like a 3 and a 4 and all that, but they switch up the cast. You don't want any part of that. Those are 2 thumbs down. So anyway. Okay, so when you started putting your schedule together for like the non-district, we were talking about, because you guys are playing like in a tournament on New Year's Day and January the 2nd, all that stuff. How intentional are you with trying to put them in a tough spot in the non-district, or I don't want to say like not as a tough of a spot because you want to build their confidence or whatever. I mean, just kind of take me through how intentional you were with putting your non-district schedule together.
Yeah, we don't have much time for a preseason because our district is so big.
Because you have 2 non-district games and then 1 tournament.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to be, that's what I'm saying, you have to be pretty picky.
Really picky. Yeah. So we're lucky to get good games. We've got West Plains, who will always give us a good game. Permian, I wanted to see a bigger school. I mean, some of our scrimmages, like that Amarillo High game, is going to be pretty intense. So I'm excited. I have to challenge them before we get to our own district play because really we have.
But Amarillo and Permian, these are bigger classifications by a lot in some ways. Okay.
But I'm excited to challenge the girls. We need something tough before we get to playoffs because we have Greenwood. Lakeview's decent and they'll give us a good shot. But I mean, it's kind of like volleyball. Like our district is just not as competitive as we would like for it to be. Like I really want my girls to be pressed for it. I
mean, you as I'm looking at it, you literally play 2 matches a week for 2 straight months without fail. Easy to get in a routine there, but boy, you better stay healthy.
Yeah.
And not just with normal athletic injuries, but just getting a cold and wearing that parka. And the whole thing.
Cozy.
Tuesday, January the 13th, all the way till Friday, March the 13th, two a week without fail. Goodness gracious, you're on a bus or a van or whatever, nonstop. Okay, take me through some of your returners. You mentioned you have two seniors that are going to be returning starters, if you will. Let's talk about those 2 in position and who they are and what your outlook is for them this year.
Yeah. Got MJ Beasley, center back. And
what a great name.
Yeah.
Yeah, MJ Beasley. I like that.
Her school email is really funny too, but I won't put her school email on blast.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
And then Emily Southwell, returning fullback. So our back line, I mean, it was solid last year, solid again. expecting big things from them. They're both great kids.
Okay.
Great people. Midfield is the same as it's been. Still got the Cavazos twins. We threw Emma White in there this last year. We can interchange Alyssa Cuevas and Bella up top versus in the midfield. Our forwards kind of changed based on what we need for that game or what we're trying to work on. But I mean, like, solid returning class, obviously, because I haven't lost anybody yet. Hopefully adding some really, really strong freshmen this year. But
which has been interesting because I think that you're not alone. I think a lot of the coaches over at Liberty are starting to see some of the help coming up that are younger, and it's like, oh, okay, you can help us right now, regardless of sport. I think it's been pretty interesting. Have you? When did the facility, the soccer stadium over there, when did it kind of open, and could you start using it?
October.
Okay, so this is fairly recent.
Yeah.
Have you gotten a feel for how it plays and like the wind direction and all the things? Is there anything goofy about it or just normal?
I would say it's normal. It's really heavily turfed right now, so we need like a good rain to kind of wash some of those beads
this
out.
Is what I was asking. So it plays slow. Kind
of. But because we've got those green windscreens. What do you call those? Windscreens?
Yeah, that's right.
It's surprised me how much wind it actually does block. Because we're not out at the middle school anymore where there's literally nothing. It's just wide open.
It's West Texas.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
It's I'm excited to see how it plays in live play. We've done full field a couple of times, but it's different when you're playing against an opponent versus playing against yourself.
And has we had any balls into like Ellison yet?
The boys have. The boys have.
Shots fired. Who is your? I had to do this because I was taller when I was a kid, and I hated it. Absolutely hated it. But who's your goalie?
It's Carson Keelyn.
Okay.
She's a setter.
How do you coach your goalie? Because it's tricky, right?
Yeah, it's tricky.
It's like the most thankless job maybe in all of sports. Yeah, really. I mean, goalie for hockey or soccer, whatever. It's just like, yeah, okay, they stopped it. Yeah, good. I mean, it's like it's just like, and you're just back there by yourself all the time.
Just standing there being cold.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Hey, good job, guys.
Yeah, no, that's right. But how do you coach your goalie? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like little stuff. Like we work on stuff every single day when we're doing her warm up, and she goes through a lot of the field player stuff because she doesn't she is a setter, and then she works with her hands in soccer, but I need her to be good with her feet also because there's different things that that a goalkeeper can do with their feet. We run little drills, or sometimes Kendall will take her aside and work on something with her, and there's a lot of standing back behind her. Okay, look at what your body can see. But she does some private lessons with some people on the outside, but
it's like because the way that they kind of are in a soccer team is kind of like you're part of the team, but you're kind of like you've got your own thing going.
Yeah.
Like a kicker in football.
Yes.
Like you're on the team and you're a crucial part, but hey, we're gonna go practice. Okay, well, I'll just be over here.
But if they don't do their job,
correct.
It's like, hey.
It's the most important thing.
Yep.
There's no doubt. So, okay. So stay healthy, stay warm. Watch Home Alone 2.
Okay.
As we get rolling. But yeah, you're about to get really busy.
Yes.
You're about to get really busy. So hopefully the weather cooperates. Enjoy the new stadium. Do we have a name for it?
I'm calling it the Patriot Pitch, but I feel like that's really like cheesy. So I don't know. That's not.
Joe has no say so. I think that's great. If that's what we want to roll with, I got your back.
Thank you.
I'd like to retweet what she said or hit the like button.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah, the Patriot Pitch. Does Coach Sanchez approve of this?
I don't
or
know.
We don't care what he says either.
Yep.
Okay, there you go. And his team has been kicking balls into the.
Just once. It deflected off of the crossbar. It wasn't an on-purpose thing, but
all I hear is excuses. I mean, just don't let it happen. So anyway, okay. Hey, appreciate it. Let's not make it so long between these trips. That's my fault. I appreciate it. Coach Ellison is a stud. Good soccer. District champs, folks. They went a long way in the playoffs and all that. big expectations this year. We'll see if they can get there. So hopefully they stay healthy. Go check them out over at the Patriot Pitch, I should say. So anyway, for Keelyn Ellison, for Chris Lovell, for Colton Coons, we'll talk to you next time.